They talk about climate change and ESG and sustainability as a wicked problem. And they describe it as a wicked problem because it's a problem that is really challenging to fix. And I sometimes challenge that thinking because I don't think it's necessarily a wicked problem. I think the problem is actually very clear. What's wicked is the collective effort that's required to solve it. And by collective, I mean it's an effort both on governmental, corporate, enterprise, and down to consumers. So all of us need to work together in order to address this issue. So the problem is known. The problem is, I think, rooted in science, and the solutions are very clear. But it needs three groups, at least, to work together. So it's tough sometimes when you're the third group, you're a member of the public that's trying to do the right thing and trying to make an impact, but you feel as though your small voice and your small activity simply isn't being heard. Well, the good news is that at least in most of the developed world, we have democracies and we have the ability to vote and change our governments. And hopefully, climate change will continue to get to the top of that list. And that hopefully one day we'll see a government toppled because it is taking a inappropriate or a negative view on climate change, and the people will speak up and drive behaviour so that they will vote in a way that changes the government's position. Unfortunately, what has happened to date is what I would put in the activist category. We've seen activists try and change government behaviour. We've seen activists try and move the needle. But broadly speaking, it hasn't been successful. In fact, it's been viewed as troublemakers. And I think that's unfortunate, but that has been the impact that's happened. So governments can change, governments can be changed if the will of the people vote in that direction. And I think they have an opportunity of doing that in many markets, but they need to be tackling it differently to being activisms. I don't think that activists at the moment have done themselves much justice when it comes to these topics, and they need a different approach in order to drive that change of thinking at governmental levels.